everybody, this is Marty and welcome to this week's edition of Tutorial Tuesday. This week's Tutorial Tuesday is all about hair. It's about these big, loose, beachy, random kind of lived-in waves. The whole idea of this hairstyle is to be carefree. You don't want to be too matchy-matchy. It's a bunch of different size curls, easy to maintain. You hit it with some dry shampoo in the morning and you're good to go. So if you want to see how I got this look on my natural hair, these big, loose, beachy waves, please just keep on watching. So first of all, there's a lot of misconceptions about hair, especially hair for us women of color, of all different colors, because there's a bunch. My hair is not going to be like the next person's hair, which is not like the person's before me hair. So everybody's hair is different. But I feel like there's a lot of misconceptions about us that we either have to use products that are just marketed to us. You're not limited to just that one little tiny section because hair burns all the same. So if you need a thermal product, use a thermal product. If you need a hairspray, sometimes we do need hairspray. This style is gonna mostly be, tell you everything we need. So we need, I have Garnier Fructis Sleek and Shine Anti-Frizz Serum, but that's just because anything that's going to protect your hair from heat, anything that says thermal, heat styling, something like that, you don't wanna put heat directly on your hair. I'm using John Frieda's Sheer Blonde, because when my hair was blonde, I bought this and I just have it since then. Crystal Clear Hairspray. It doesn't really do anything extra if you're blonde. It just kind of, all it does is it has a UV filter on it, so it stops your hair from looking like orange, and it stops it from changing the color because it's crystal clear. So I actually suggest, now that I'm speaking about this, I strongly suggest if you have a chance, if you go to the store and you find your hair is dry and brittle and whatever else, get a conditioner that's for color, because they always have extra vitamins, extra proteins, all that stuff to nurse your hair back from the brink. So even if you're natural hair, don't pick up something and say, oh, it's for blondes, I gotta put it down. It's not gonna turn your hair blonde. I wish it was that easy. I am also going to be using the Rusk Being Warped wax. I don't know where the rest of them are. I had a bunch of them, but it was like a stack of like 5 or 6 like this. So this one is the Being Warped, that's the wax. And last but not least, y'all, this is the one thing I'm never without. It used to be oil sheen, but it's changed a little bit now that I'm lazy. And it is dry shampoo. Any brand is good. Dry shampoo is just like, for me, I don't wash my hair every day because it'll strip it of its oils and it'll be really, really dry. Dry shampoo is like a restart button for your hairstyle. Like, I'm gonna curl it tonight, and then tomorrow I'm just gonna before I walk out the door, and it'll like retighten the curl. I don't know what it does. It evaporates like your grease and your oils and stuff. So it makes your hair that like looks all, you know, dirty, it makes it look clean. This hair is very dirty. This style, if your hair is not dirty, you don't want to do it. It's not gonna, it works best with dirty day after hair. Like, you don't want to have it with fresh hair because it's not gonna look as piecey as we want. Dry shampoo is something I always have, and the most important thing, because the last time I did my hair like this, everybody kept asking me how it lasted so long. It was about 10,000 degrees outside, and because it lasted literally all throughout the whole day into the night. A good hot tool. I know there's like curling irons and stuff you can buy for like 13 bucks. Might not be the best one. This one I got on sale at Ulta. I know y'all so shocked, right? It's a Baby Bliss Pro. I have to put my heat on pretty high because my hair is huge. If I let it air dry, y'all seen it air dry, it's really, really big. So in order to beat it into submission, I have to have a really hot tool. But also my natural hair was bleached platinum blonde. My hair can take a lot. Yours may not be able to take a lot. You know how much heat your hair can take. Do not go burn a big chunk of your hair off and then say, well, that girl on Diamonds and Denim told me put it on the highest setting. No, I don't even put mine on the highest setting. I have mine set right now to, it's on the number 40. I don't know what that means. It's like the second to last little notch. So this Baby Bliss, this thing is awesome. The first time I used it, like I said, I got so many compliments on it. So there are different wands and things. For this type of big, bouncy, round wave, I'm gonna use a curling iron. I always pass my hand like this, just to feel if it's hot enough. Notice I'm not touching it, duh. I like this iron because it has a rubber tip that you can hold and not burn yourself. I'm gonna take this Rusk Being Warped wax. I'm gonna take a little bit, because look what it looks like. You don't wanna put too much of this crap in your hair because it will tear you up. So I'm gonna put this in my hair, on my hand. I'm gonna rub this together, kind of emulsify it a little bit in the hand. And all I'm going to do is this. I'm just gonna put it straight on my scalp. That's gonna give me a little bit of lift at my roots because it's so dirty, and I flat ironed it, so it was really, really flat, so I'm trying to kind of repuff it. So I'm just putting that at the roots. Again, if you put it on your scalp and you just kind of wiggle it around, you see how my hair is getting bigger and bigger at the scalp? That's what you want for this look. So we're doing that first. This is, if there's one step you don't skip this one. We're gonna put a heat protectant in our hair. So I'm just running that through my hair. I really want to make sure every piece of my hair that gets touched gets some heat protector. You do not, y'all. Heat damage on the hair is no freaking joke. I condition the crap out of my hair, and still heat damage will play you to the left. No matter who you are, no matter what you think your hair is. I don't know about fake hair. I honestly, I don't wear any extensions or wigs or anything, but I'm pretty sure even weave will burn. Alrighty, I've got 2 clips here, 2 blow dry clips. These are from Coco Magic. I think I bought them at TJ Maxx. Y'all know they of course were on sale. I think it was a pack of like 6 for $2.99 or something. So this is what I'm gonna use to separate my hair. I'm not gonna separate into little tiny pieces like I do when I flat iron, because with this style, you want it to be all chance. The whole point of this is not to be in the box. It's supposed to be loose, natural looking, wavy, lived in. So I'm just gonna take the top of my hair, yeah, and I'm gonna put that part in a clip, okay, and then I just have the back and the sides out, right? So taking a rat tail comb and our dry shampoo. Here's the thing with the dry shampoo that you need to know. Dry shampoo, again, it creates that pieciness we want. It creates that texture we want. You don't want to have a lot, and I've used dry shampoos from everybody. The last one I had was a beautiful Rusk dry shampoo that I had for like forever. And this one is from Not Your Mother's Hair Care or something. Yeah, Not Your Mother's Beach Babe Texturizing Dry Shampoo. And I have another one that I haven't opened yet. It's from, no, it's not from It's a 10. It's from Big Sexy Hair. So just, you know, whatever you, dry shampoo, honestly, in my opinion, can range from like $1 to like $100. They all pretty much do the same thing. It's not a real, you know, it's just dry shampoo. So I'm just gonna take a section of hair, about this size, not a whole lot. I'm gonna take the dry shampoo and I'm gonna spray it right at the roots. Oh, it smells so good. This one is toasted coconut. I'm gonna rub that into the scalp, just again so it can absorb all those oils and stuff. I'm going to comb it through. Now this is something, some people do it, some people don't. I know a lot of people say they don't tease their hair. I tease mine just at the roots, again, just so I can really get that pretty lift at the top. Then I'm going to hairspray it. Now, if it wasn't so hot, and I just ran the hairspray all the way down that length. If it wasn't so hot outside, I probably would skip the hairspray, but because it's so freaking hot, my hair wilts. Like as soon as I walk outside, my curls start to fall out. So that's why I'm trying to really ensure that it stays. So I'm going to comb it all the way through. Take my good size iron. This one is, I think, is an inch wide, I think. And what I do is I keep it closed and do just the top because I don't want to pass it that close to my ears. Come all the way down with it. Now, I tend to turn it at the bottom like that and hold the top just to hold it. I'll count usually to 3. And then I'll let it fall. But one of the best secrets I ever heard is to hold it and let it cool. So if you hold it and let it cool, if it cools in your hand, it'll cool in that shape. I don't know why that works, but it does. And it'll make your curls last a lot longer. So I'm just holding it for another 3 seconds and then I just let it drop. And that's pretty much it, y'all. We're gonna do this all the way around the hair. When you curl it, you wanna curl it back away from your face so it looks like it's like kind of blowing in the wind. So I'm gonna take another piece. Now, if you have a piece like this part I'm pulling right now, and you can kind of feel it, and when you do it, if you try to curl it and it doesn't come out, then just take a smaller section. All it means is you were rushing, you went too big. And sometimes that's okay, sometimes it's not, it just depends. So again, we are just taking our dry shampoo, roots, zhuzh, zhuzh, zhuzh. Hairspray all the way down the piece, comb it all the way through. Now, like this piece is kind of, what's the word I want? Tall, like it's a lot. It's probably 2 sections worth of hair. So I'm just gonna split it down the middle. Again, you don't want to get too precise with it and be like, oh, I have like, it's a different size. Yeah, it's supposed to be. It's supposed to look natural and pretty and wavy. You don't want to have it all one big, like you don't want it to look super, you want to look like you just got off the beach, not like you just came from prom. Like, calm down, child. It's just Friday afternoon. Relax, you're doing too much. So I'm gonna hold my hair in my mouth. You don't have to do it if you don't want to. I know my hair is clean. I take care of it pretty good, so. Also, the reason I start curling it early, like I start twisting the wand before I get to the bottom, is so I make sure that I curl the ends so that the ends aren't just like hanging out. You know what I mean? Because the ends, if they don't look where, oh yeah, so see how this one looks, this curl looks compared to this one? Like this one, I let it go early. So it's kind of sticking out, and this one is fully curled. So I'm going down, I start curling here. See how it's sticking out at the bottom? Then I'll keep rolling it down just to make sure I have it in the clamp so that it gets curled. Roll it up, put it in the pan. Count to 3, 1, 2, 3. Let it drop. Hold it up, let it drop. So that's all we're gonna do for the whole head, and then, well, for the bottom part, and then at the top we're gonna change it up a little bit. I'm gonna recurl this because this is gonna drive me crazy because it doesn't look. Last section. Smell, it's everything. It's been a night of smell. So again, if you look, I'm curling my hair away from my face, not towards my face. Especially in the front, that's important because that's like the main, like people see the back of your head too. But when you're talking and stuff, you really want to have your face framing parts really on point because that's what everyone's gonna see. Okay, so our bottom portions, the back is pretty much done. You can see what it's looking like so far. And I know it still looks a little bit loosey, like they're not tight. See that? That's what we want it to look like. It's like really, really simple, really elegant curls. And then when we're finished, we're gonna dry shampoo everything again, and you'll see it kind of scrunch up the curls a little bit. So. Okay, so the back is finished, so now we're gonna get to the top. Now the top I do differently because your top is where you part your hair, and like it's really easy for the top to get like a pageant. So you don't want to tease it as much as you do the back. I mean, as much as you do the bottom and the back and all of that. So just, that's why I always do it different. So I'm going to part mine right over the arch of my brow like I always do. So that's where my part is going to be. And I'm going to take this little part, stick it up. And then I'm going to take this little part. And I can leave that part down for now at least. Now, because of what I just said, you don't want it to look super duper rehearsed and everything. For this part, I'm going to dry shampoo the whole root of this part at one time. Take my dry shampoo and I'm gonna let it fall like this. Let it fall. Part wherever you can and just kind of spray the roots. So you see what y'all can see how much is grown already, right? How big it is now. Massaging that scalp with the dry shampoo. Now again, if you want to do it the other way and you want to do that and just spray the whole section the whole way through, you're welcome to do that. It just doesn't work for my hair because my hair is huge. But if it works good for you, do that. You're gonna save yourself more time than I do. So knock yourself out, have a ball. Pin it up. I used to be really good at this. Like I used to be able to spin that crap and put it in a clip with one hand. Apparently I can't anymore, but anyway, talk another time. So, got my other hair stuck in here with it, do I? Yeah, get out of here, curls. Y'all already done, baby. Going about your business. Top to bottom. Comb it on through. Now again, for this part, I'm not gonna back comb it because it's just, I don't want it to be big Miss America hair. So instead, I teased it under with the parts that are on the bottom because you're not gonna see the top of those because it's gonna be covered with this hair. So that way you get the lift, but it doesn't look all crunchy and big. So, just so you kind of, know what's going on. So, holding it again for that 3 count. 1, 2, 3. Not really 3 count, 3 seconds, not a 3 count. Don't 1, 2, 3 drop it, you're defeating the purpose. I'm gonna hold it up for another, I think for the front I'm gonna hold it for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Curl, and we're good. So same thing as last time, we're gonna do that all the way across. Now again, just a reminder, the size of your iron is going to correlate to the size of your hair. If you have 3 inches of hair, don't get a 3-inch iron, darling. It's not going to work for you. Like, you have to make sure you have enough hair to wrap around the barrel a couple times to really get a pretty curl. So, you know, don't get too ahead of yourself and think your hair is longer than it is, because if you do that, what's gonna happen? You're just gonna get a big old bend instead of curls. It's just gonna look almost like you wrapped it. Or like I used to call them George Washington curls, like they get really tight right at the bottom and the top just kind of falls. It's not a good look. So if you just be honest with yourself and you know, don't act like your hair is longer than it is, because I did that myself and it was I wound up buying a curling iron that I had to give away. Although now I could have used it because now my hair is, you know, now it's long enough, but at the time it wasn't. Yeah, that's what we need this to look like. So just so y'all can see a little close-up of how it's coming out, because my hair is black now, so when I'm sitting that far back, you can't really see it. But this is what the curls are looking like right now so far. And of course, as I'm doing the rest of them, they're still cooling. So right in the front, if you notice, I did a little bit different so that it could like swoop back like that. And I'll show y'all how to do that too. That last section, we're gonna do more like that instead of like the rest of it. So, okay, so this is probably the last part of this section that we're gonna do, is this section right here. In order to make you kind of do that wraparound thing, I always call it a wraparound, but I don't know if there's a technical term for it. Okay, so instead of taking the curling iron and doing like this, we're gonna take it and do like that. And that's just gonna force it to kind of fall on top of the rest of it. And depending on how your layers are cut, if you have layers, that's kind of what's gonna depend on how it falls. Like when I go get my hair cut, I ask them to sharpen my layers so that it falls in a different way, so that it's not, it falls almost into a style. I don't like boring, super blunt hair. Although if you want your hair to look fuller and like way bigger, sometimes blunt haircuts is the way to go, but I don't need mine to look bigger. I like a lot of movement, so like I don't like stiff hair. So, you know. So see how I have my curling iron almost behind my head here? 1, 2, 3, drop it out. Okay. Hold it, let it cool, and let it drop. Last but not least, our last piece on this side, which again would be where like I had bangs and they grew out a little bit. It's more like my face framing layers right here in the front. So again, instead of going just out, I'm going out and back. That way I'll get it to fall on the rest of it. So 1, 2, 3. Hold my hand a little bit, let it fall out. Yep. Hold it, let it cool. Let me get close to y'all again so y'all can see what's going on here. So see what the curl wound up doing? It wound up making like a little hump here. So it's a little bit raised and then it's falling back down. Now, of course, you don't have to do that. You can comb it down where it falls like kind of like a Leah, like where it falls like over your eye. You could do that. I mean, sometimes I'm down for that mood. Today, I like the whooshy Maryland type wave today. So we just have this little section to go left. Okay, y'all, so I had to relocate to the bathroom because my phone died on my tripod. So I'm in the bathroom now, but my hair is done. I had that one little last section right here to do. Now it's finished. So that's the finished look of the waves. Y'all can see them. Actually, it might be better to do it in here because you can really see it with the light in here. So that's what the waves look like. Now, if I was going out now with it, like if I was walking out of my house now to go somewhere, maybe on a date perhaps, because these are some pretty romantic looking curls, I would hit it one more time with the hairspray just to make sure they hold. And a lot of people like to hairspray the roots. I like to make sure I hairspray the ends too to make sure that they stay curly. This is what it looks like, our finished curls. They came out good, right? To say I'm so tired and so hot, it's like 1,000,000 degrees. But this is how, so that's how you make those natural, I mean not natural, those loose wavy curls. So there's our finished look, y'all. There's our finished waves. Thank you for watching this week's edition of Tutorial Tuesday here on Diamonds and Denim. If you like what you saw, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. And other than that, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next week right here on Tutorial Tuesday. Bye.